What's up guys, Caleb here, and today I'm going to be reviewing set 76384, the LEGO Hogwarts Moments Herbology Classroom. Set has 233 pieces and will retail you for $30 in the United States. Now this is actually a new 2021 set that I managed to get, which was pretty lucky. This is actually my brother's set, he bought it. But I am reviewing this set as somebody who's only seen or pretty much read the very first Harry Potter book. I've only read one Harry Potter book. I wasn't a massive fan of it, and so I didn't read any of the other books or watch any other movies. So I think it's important to say that I am somebody who's not a Harry Potter fan at all. So let's get into the minifigs. The first minifig up is this little boy. I'm sorry, I do not know his names, but he does look actually pretty cool. He's got scissors, got a little wand piece. I'm not sure if he's wearing goggles or earmuffs around his head, but either way, that is actually a really cool piece. Just normal short legs and kind of a cool torso with a bit of back printing even, and he's even got pretty much a second expression on the back that looks really grossed out, which is actually a really fun expression for him to have. So overall, I do like this minifig. Then we have another Hogwarts student, and he looks pretty cool. He's got this neat hair piece. I really like, well, he's pretty much got the same earmuffs and the exact same torso print as the other guy. But this guy does have medium legs, which is cool. Got the same wand piece, and then he also has pretty much a book, which is a little bit unfortunate. That's just, the plain black cover. But it does have some stuff for like a plant inside of it, which is pretty cool. And his second expression is a more fierce look, and personally I do like this look better, and this is my favorite minifigure in the set. He looks really cool, and I just love this black book, even though it doesn't have a cover. He's a really, really cool minifigure, and I definitely enjoy him. The third figure is presumably a professor, and one thing that I didn't notice until I got this figure in hand just right now is that she does actually have earmuffs hidden in her ears, which does make me think that the rest of the guys do have just earmuffs. I'm not sure why they have them. And a Herbology set, but it is interesting. I really love this mold for pretty much the hat going into the hair, going into the earmuffs. There's just so much going on, but it looks really cool. I like her coat. It's got a bit of back printing, dual molded legs, and a brown wand, but she looks really cool. And the second expression is almost an evil or sinister looking grin, which I do also like, but this is honestly pretty much just as good as the other figure that we just looked at. I really do like her. Then we have a plant in a tiny little pot, and this is really cool because you can actually take it out as this really cool expression, almost like it's moaning in pain. And this is such an odd little inclusion, but part of me really likes it, just having a little plant in a pot which has a face on it. I think it's kind of cute. And here's the finished model itself, and I will say that when my brother completed it, I thought it was smaller than I was initially expecting. This thing is just a little bit smaller than you might expect, which was kind of unfortunate. We're going to unwrap in this review if this set is worth $30 or not. But I will say, compared to my hand, this set is definitely a little bit smaller than I was expecting. The front of this looks really cool with these little orange edges, and this is a print which is very nice, and almost when you glisten light over it, it almost just glistens, it's really cool. And I'm pretty sure this is the Hufflepuff book, I believe. On the side it does have, a spine with this little leaf print, which is pretty cool. And then the back has these two clips, and that's cool because if you get more of these books, you can actually hook them up to each of the books and make your own little bookshelf, which could be cool, but they do kind of stick out the side. And then the pages of the book are where this set really loses me. Like every other side of this book looks really good until you get to the pages, and the top does have these little studs, so you could also attach more books, but this part of it just honestly doesn't look good, and I wouldn't display it this way because it's just very uneven and colorful and just doesn't look great from that angle. It does look great from this angle and great from pretty much any other angle except this, which I kind of wish they would have fixed, but we'll see. But this set is labeled as a classroom, and so to actually access the classroom, you can kind of just pop everything out. It all folds out. You can pop this out, and then this whole entire wall just kind of folds out like that. And then you can pretty much set up your own small Herbology classroom just by opening it up like that, but it all folds in surprisingly well. I honestly thought that these parts would have to, just go to the side, but I'm very happy that it all packs up into a pretty compact shape, and I'm honestly surprised that they could fit this entire thing in this little book. It's impressive. Over here you have a little cupboard with some stickers of, papers and other things in there. and just a bunch of stickers on the inside of the tiles, which I found interesting. For extra detail, this part does fold down with the little thing. And it has a little sink with water, which I think is cool. That part just kind of pops out as well. You have a light and some more plants, and then over here you have a sticker of like a baby in a window and some vines. Very confusing. Once again, I am not a Harry Potter fan, so it's a little bit odd, some of the stuff. Over here we have a little pumpkin patch and garden, which I do think is a cool little inclusion. And then we kind of just have this really cool wall with a door to that side, which does look really cool. It's even got a sticker on the door, but it all kind of folds up to have walls and make it feel like more of just a room and not something that's just folded open. But it definitely folds open pretty easily, and you can totally display the figures walking around like this and stuff, which is pretty cool. I think it's a little bit easier to unpack it, or it's a little bit easier to unpack it than pack it up. You have to, fold everything in like a certain way, and then it all folds in like that. Then we can pretty much put the sink on top of here, and then the pumpkin patch actually just clicks on top of here, and then you can fold it all up, and it's back to its original book form, which is really cool, how you can have this entire classroom fold open like this. I think that's really just an incredible feature. Now the question on everybody's mind, or at least the question on my mind when these sets got revealed, is what does this set look like next to the massive LEGO Ideas pop-up book? And I will most likely do a full-on comparison on my channel, because I think it's definitely needed to have a comparison between this and this. But this is $30, this is $70, so you're paying a little over 2 times the price of this for a bigger, bulkier book that can, this is my brother's, it can fold open and everything pops up like that. And you don't have to unpack everything. It all just folds up even more compact than that. So, would you buy this? I honestly think you'd be a little bit better off spending the extra $40 on this set. This here is actually an incredible set. I still have yet to review it and post a comparison because it could be cool. But honestly, if you're going between this and this, I would probably go for this, but this is not a bad option either. So at the end of the day, is the LEGO Hogwarts Moments Herbology Classroom worth $30 US? I would say heck yes, go for it. Honestly, this is a really surprisingly good set. When he first got it and built it, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but now that I have it in hand and I'm able to play around with it for a few minutes, I kind of like this more than I was honestly expecting to. Like, this is actually a really cool set, and I could totally see you going for any of the other color schemes, or even getting 3 or 4 of these, and connecting them up to make your own massive, book Hogwarts classroom type thing. It's a very, very interesting concept that LEGO went with this, and I think it's very brave of them to just make something out of the ordinary that's never really been featured in Harry Potter films. Just books that open up into classrooms like this. And I think it was a very bold decision on LEGO's move, but personally, something about it I just kind of like it. I honestly do. I think you might actually be better off spending the extra $40 on something like the Ideas book. It's a bigger, more detailed set, but this is not a bad option if you just want a smaller thing, or money's an option, or whatever. I think this is a cool little Harry Potter set to display, and personally, I like this more than I was expecting to. I'm going to give it a solid 85 out of 100. The minifigures are really good, but just the side of the book is my main problem. That just looks ugly. I'm sorry, but that honestly doesn't look great. But this is Seabreak Productions. Sign off for now. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I do have some big videos coming, so make sure you keep your eye out for those, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.